It's your girl Sophia, and welcome to another great episode of Hey You Let's Talk. Tonight we are taking back everything that the enemy have stolen from us. Tonight we're going in to understand who we are and how we have to take back what the enemy have stole. Tonight we're going in with Paulemarie. So, are you ready to snatch it back? Let's talk. Before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, AJ Weldon and Assemble, 20 years of experience in this game of assembling new plant and maintaining it. Another shout out goes out to Luz Foundation, which is a community builder, a visionary, and a survivor. Follow her on all of her Instagram today at Luz Foundation Inc. And Sensational Faces. We're going heavy on the Mystic Spray. I'm a heavy user of this spray. So follow her today. Order yours today at Sensational Faces. And let's get into the show. Yes. I'm super excited. I have the one and only, my fitness guru, Miss Paulie is joining me today as we talk about the subject of taking back, how she took back her life from surviving a stroke, fitness, divorce, battles. So welcome, Paulie.
Thank you for having me.
My God. Listen, you see her, baby. She don't make that sit down for you. Look, she's on point. So, Paulie, tell us a little bit about who is Paulie Fitness.
Paulie Fitness came about 2012. Paulie was Heal to Fit. Heal to Fit meaning that no matter what you're going to, you don't have to wait for so long. You don't have to wait till you heal to start a new beginning. So I went through domestic violence situation, pregnancy situation. A lot of them battles came into my life, and the only thing I can run to is exercise.
Wow.
So mentally, it helped me as far as like ooh,
It's like we're a transparent show. We love to cry in this show. We do. I'm a crier too. So we're here. Listen, we're going to get through this. Give me let's hold our hand and we're going to get through it as sisters. It's very important that we understand that we have to be able to love each other when we're going through hard things. So as she shared her story, because so many women going through the same thing, they need to hear your story, my sis. Come through.
okay. Well, with my domestic violence situation, my kids had to witness that. It took a gun to be put on to my head for me to actually finally say it was over. And even going through that process, being home, looking at the four walls was not an option. So it would be me exercising, listening to music. It don't matter if it was gospel, soca, R&B. It just kept me going. So yeah, so that's how fitness became a part of my life. It saved me.
And it's funny you said a key thing. Fitness save you. A lot of women, but going through stuff like that, food save us. So we don't go to the fitness side, we go to the food side. So I think that's very impactful that you can turn to fitness. For some women that is dealing with domestic violence, you said a gun had to be the one to allow you to come out. But some women will ask, why did you wait so long, knowing that you have kids? So what would you say?
Well, not being obedient. I just felt like I need to stay in that relationship because I wanted my kids to have that foundation of having a mom and a dad. But when you look at it, I was hurting them more than actually saving them. So don't wait. You know, the signs are always there. The red flags are always there from the beginning.
So did your family knew that you was going through this? You know, we're both from the island, so you know we're very particular about what we share with family, because of the criticism that we go through.
Kept it a secret. Kept it a secret. It was one day, I guess someone told my father, watch why your daughter have these shades on.
What?
And he said, take off them shades. I was like, and I took it off and he seen my eyes black shut down. Yeah. Even that, I still went back. Yeah.
After daddy seen it, we still go back, but we say that the father is that protector.
I still went back. And now that I look at it, I feel that the reason why I still stayed in that relationship, it's also a part of child trauma.
Oh.
You know, not having my mom being consistently there, I just wanted somebody to always be there with me. So it's just like whoever I get close to, I want them to just don't want to let me go.
Yeah, so many people is dealing with a lack of mom in the house and not having that support system. And like you're a mom, and I see the love that you have for your kids. What did you take from your trauma to instill who you are as a mother today?
Ooh, what did I take from my trauma? Good question. I mean, hmm,
And we can always come back to that question
yeah,
because I know these type of topics don't usually spoke about, right?
yeah,
We think we're fine, but until trigger questions come and trigger moments come and trigger so much into you. So you was married, and tell us about your journey into your marriage from your domestic violence, being married. Did you find there was a difference, or was that also a gateway of escape?
it was an escape.
Mm.
I just wanted to be loved. Just wanted the kids to have something that I really didn't have, having both parents there. Um, it actually, I kind of like, I'm not going to say kind of, I messed myself up even more by not going through the healing process. It's like I was trying to cover up the pain. So just wanted to be in love with anyone. Whoever loved me or say I love you, I just, okay, let's do this. No interest, no nothing. I'm looking back, I'm like, man, what was I doing? I felt like I wasn't worthy enough when I think about it. I wasn't worth it. So now, sitting back, still going through my journey, I have to be patient with God. I can't just go based on my flesh and just um, want to be loved. Looking at people on social media all happy and everything. That's their journey.
Yeah.
That's not mine.
Yeah. And you said a key thing. We want to be loved, but sometimes that love can cost us,
Mm-hmm.
and it can cost us pain. It can some of us even cost some people their lives. You know, and as our audience is watching, what would you tell women right now that maybe going through the same thing as you? What word of encouragement would you tell them to move forward?
Trust, run to God. Nobody else. No one else. Not a family member, not a friend. No one can save you but God. Like he's the one that wakes you up every day. He's everything that we're asking for, he's the only person that can actually give it to us. No one can give us that. He's our peace. And we're busy looking around for peace, and he's the peace that we need. So yeah, just run to him. Give him all of you. Not half of you, not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Give him all of you.
And that's important because once we build that relationship with God, there's nothing we need.
There's nothing else that we
You
need.
know?
And it's not easy as well. It's triggers here and there. Um, you're gonna have to you're gonna deal with some type of shame. People, are all around, but as long as you focus on him, you ain't gotta worry about nothing else. So it's not easy.
Listen, God is the BOSS. He's the boss.
He's the boss.
And, in Jeremiah 29:11, always right, he knew it before it was even formed. So he knew you was go through all of that. So what would you tell a guy now that God, because sometimes we go through things, we quit to ask God, God, why me? Why are you taking me through this? Did you ever get to a point that you start questioning God and your faith started to fade away from him through the whole process?
It happens. It happens. And then when I look at my clients, I see the purpose. Um, you know, everyone want to pick a trainer. You can pick a trainer, they're cut up, have this certain vibe, but fitness is just not fitness. It's deeper than fitness. So I'm that trainer that I'm not going to question you about what you're going through in your life, but just know that we're connected some type of way. And I can honestly say a lot of the clients that I have now, they've been with me for like 2-3 years, battling divorce, name it, they've been through it. And then I sit there and I ask God, like, why me? Oh my God, not another one. Like, but then I look at the purpose. I'm like, okay, God, you built me for this. And I got this. This is what's keeping me going every day. Yeah.
Listen, I take poly classes. Poly class is not easy. And I remember when we first connected, you know, Paulie never wanted to speak. So I'm going to share a little bit backstory with her. She never wanted to speak. And I always tell her, Paulie, you got a story. You got to do, you have an assignment, you have a purpose. You're doing this for a reason. And to see her on all different platforms, since I honor you and I celebrate the things that you are doing, and you have to keep pushing. So why would you say you took away? Because this is different areas of taking back stuff. Did you take from your marriages and your child's drama?
What you mean?
What did you take back?
What do I take back?
What did you take back? Because that we lose so much. We lose our peace. We lose our joy. We lose ourselves. So now you overcame the domestic violence. You overcame the shame. So what did you say you took back from the enemy in that journey of your life?
My joy. Me, my joy. I was robbed big time. But yeah, my joy. I can honestly smile now. I used to just like, you could talk to me, I'm like talking to you like this, but my joy. It's okay to smile. It's okay to laugh. Yeah, that's the reason why I wasn't speaking before. When it comes to, training, I'm going to get to it. Yeah. Straight drill. But it was a lot holding back. And being burned by friends. That's why I said make sure that you actually go talk to God alone. You tell one person one thing and it just go around. And they pray for you and it's really not the prayer, it's the reverse. So all of that kind of like held me back from what God wanted to do with my life. And I have a friend that gave me a message today, that told me 2024 is here and it's time to break the chain. It's time to move forward and not worry about anybody else that's around me.
Holly, let's now focus on health. Because me and you have something very deep connection to health. We both suffered a stroke. And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of black women suffer strokes. But mine came from stress. Because I held everything in, I didn't speak. So I remember when you told me about your stroke, I'm like, Holly, I went through that. So what did that feel like? What was your experience?
It was a sad experience. Because I'm poly. I'm always moving and dancing and exercising. How I look at that stroke, I felt like it was through stress, but I know it was God trying to calm me down, trying to bring me back, because I felt like I was in control of a lot of things. It was a lot of stress. I remember going to my training classes. Nothing could stop me. I go to my training classes, can't move my one side, and I would still try to move. But then I seen that I was hurting the class too, because they'll start crying because they're not used to their coach not moving that one side. But I kept pushing and pushing, and I told God, I was like, God, if you get me out of this, man, I'm telling you, I'm finna be booming out here. Like I'm gonna spread the word. I'm gonna and he got me out. You can't be stuck. You can't think I got a stroke and I have to just stay just like, whatever. You gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta pray. You gotta worship. That's the time. Like I wasn't using, if I worship, I go like this. This time I was like, come on, God, come on.
Yeah, going all the way in.
Going all the way in.
And you said something, because I said the same thing. God had to. People ask you, you're 35 years old. Why you went through that? No, God did this. Because when you're being disobedient to Him and He's been warning you, He gonna come. Right. And you might not like how He came, but He can. But just like you, my stroke taught me stuff to release through journaling. So yours took you through worshiping more and praying more. And you taught a class, which was quite impressive to me, how you now teach and you have biblical scriptures with your teaching. How did you come across doing it? And
I mean, he saved me, so why not spread the word? And I don't want my. He gave me this gift. Mm-hmm. So if he gave me this gift, I can't just make it about me. I got to make sure that they know that, I'm here because of him. So I'm gonna just spread the word through that journey. So everything I do, regardless if it's soca music, gospel music, however anyone want to judge me, I really don't care. I'm gonna still let everyone know that God got me in this. So yeah, everything I do is with scriptures.
And it's powerful. So what was one of your favorite scriptures?
Philippians. My favorite scripture was. I'm trying to remember right now. I can do all things through God who can strengthen me. Yeah, that was my favorite scripture. And the reason for that is because I'm not by myself. I can't go through this. Like even with the stroke, who brought me out of it?
God.
All the tools that was around me, it wasn't
still
from
God.
It was still God. Everybody he connected me with, it was still him. And I can honestly share this through my stroke. I had no one.
Wow.
No.
So you went through this alone, but sometimes we might think we had no one, but sometimes God had to allow you to go through this without him.
Yeah.
Without anybody, because he just needed you.
He needed me, but I feel like he needed me to see who was for me. Because I was pouring into so many. I had my clients that was there, whatever, but like the people that mean something to me wasn't there with me. I have my daughter, my 18-year-old, that was there every day, feeding me, making sure that I was okay. I didn't have nobody else. So I just feel like God was like, "Hey, listen, you need to slow down and let me show you who loves you. Stop trying to be ahead of me." So, yeah.
That's deep. Because God always find a way to show who's for us and who. And sometimes we need to be mindful. Everybody's not for everybody. Everybody you can't take in every season. And sometimes when God is telling us to let go, let go. Because when he starts to pull them off, it's going to be a whole totally different feeling. And your stroke had you go through that feeling. So how are you doing now after your stroke?
I'm doing good. I'm still, healing, pushing. I'm at the point now, like, God has me with, like, different contracts, different places. Like, I'm in Brickell, I'm in Overtown, North Miami. I just signed with North Miami recently. Opalaka.
Come on now.
Broward. I'm at BCC. So now it's like I got 5 contracts, and one is pending right now. So it's just like, just to see. And guess what? A lot of them are domestic violence groups.
Woo!
Didn't even ask for it.
And you got it.
And I got it. Didn't even ask. I promise you. I'm thinking these women came there just to work out. This lady have a van and she go collect all these women just to come and work out.
My God. That is powerful.
And every Saturday, by the time I get there, and I was sharing with someone this morning, they had breakfast waiting for me. It was like, they go to coach, they go to coach, wow. They go to coach. And just to see how they embrace me is just... I know my purpose.
You know your purpose. Did I not say the G-O-D is the B-O-S-F? He is the boss. And look how it turned back around, Paulie. You share with us you did not feel like you're worthy. And now God brought people back around to show you you are worthy. You are important. You are blessed. You are favored. You have purpose. So when you see things like that, all you have to say, but God.
But God.
But God. How was your mind mentally? Going through all this process you went through. Because the mind is a very powerful thing.
It's a trick at times. I have my days where I'm up and down, but I just make sure I stay with the root and the foundation. Like, Polly, no. Let's do this. You know your purpose. No one's gonna mess with my mind at this point. So I'm just trying to protect my peace, trying to protect the circle that I'm in. So... yeah, it's not an easy thing,
Yeah, definitely not. The journey as women that we go through is very difficult. And if you don't find, you said a circle. If we don't find the right group of friends, Because I have a say, if I can have 5 friends who can pray for me, I don't need to be your friend. Because we need to have value in our friendships. So what are 5 key would you tell women right now that is watching, in our audience, watching you, that is going through domestic violence, going through divorce, their body's being attacked, they're losing their mind. What is 5 key would you share these to women?
I would say give it to God. Don't listen to the flesh. Don't listen to your friends. Give it to God. Having alone time with God. That's one. 2, you must trust the process. If you don't trust the process, it's not easy. Trusting the process is really not easy. You're gonna have the back and forth, what if and why should I, and where you're gonna sleep, and just don't worry about nothing else but just really, really trusting God. 3, I would say work out. Listen to some worship music, soca. I don't care what kind of music, just whatever that will actually keep your mind going. But I would honestly say, listen to some worship music, get some dumbbells, move your body. Believe it or not, fitness and God is connected. You got to be fit for everything that God has for us.
Oh, that's
if
good.
You're not physically fit, mentally fit, how would you be able to do God's work? You can't think about, I got to do this for God, I got to do this for God, and not honestly doing what you're supposed to do, taking care of your body, taking care of your temple, eating right. It's a lot of things that we have to do in order to do God's work. It's just not doing God's work. How many?
You got one more.
One more?
Got one more.
I feel like I get 5.
What about loving you?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Loving you.
Yeah. Loving yourself. Yeah.
Because that's important, because
very
we cannot love everybody else and we don't love ourselves.
correct.
We can't expect anyone to love us if we don't love ourselves. We set that standard of how we want to be loved, how we want to be treated. And if we don't set it right, we can't expect somebody else to. We can't get mad at them if they're treating us crazy, they're taking us all type of crazy restaurant. We're not even taking care of ourselves.
Correct. Don't look for happiness in anyone else but yourself. No one can make you happy but you. You have to. Write a journal as well.
Yeah.
A journal is very important. That's another thing I had to learn myself, how to love myself. I cried to the point where I almost committed suicide because I did not know how to love myself. All I know how to do is love others, take care of my kids, taking care of everybody else. But when it came to me sitting down and say, well, what Polly likes? I don't know. I'm getting therapy as well. So it's just like, what do you like to do? I don't know. What do you love about yourself? I really don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. So just because you see someone post on social media that they're happy, they dressing nice, they walking whatever, doesn't mean that they're not battling with something.
Yeah.
We all battle with something. So yeah, learning how to make myself happy, and that's me now. I'm getting massages. I'm going to church, getting my nails done, getting my hair done. If you got to do it yourself, you got to do it yourself. But it's all about you.
Listen, self-love is a very important thing in winter season we're in, because I know how it feels to lose yourself. I lost myself in my own marriage, going through the emotional abuse and not thinking I'm not worthy enough. So when you lose yourself, it's hard to get yourself back, because you're trying to figure out, okay, God, who am I? Who am I? I'm laughing every day around friends, going to work, around family, but inside I'm like, who am I? So that is the question we want to leave with you today. Who are you? Sit back and really ask yourself, who am I? Because you need to find out who you are before we go. We're in 2024.
Yes.
We're in 2024, so we need to recognize who we are. Because in this season that we're in, we need to learn to trust who we are. So keep in mind, I'm challenging you. And I want to see, let's start a hashtag. Who am I? And let us know who you are. And trust the process. Hold on to your faith. Yes. Let's take it back. Me and Paulie took everything back. We took our mental health back. We took our happiness back. We took our joy back. So we're here to tell you back. If we can do it, you can do it. Take it back.
take it back.